Because people were like, "Okay, I just lost my 250,000 gold sword to
I think
a
second
slime."
edition was also pretty brutal about it.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, let's see. He loses his flanking bonus. And he's going to go for a soft target. A Miss Torin.
There's pills for that, Torn.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh man, I found that way too funny.
Yeah, I'm still holding my action.
Okay,
Okay, that one's still alive. Damn. All right. Okay. Now I'm still there. 2 attacks.
Must be nice having an iterative attack.
Yep. Got him.
That's 2
And
reflex
I guess
saves.
roll 2d6. Oh yeah, that's right. Two reflex saves.
Fail. Hey, you made one.
And it absorbed the damage.
Sweet. Well, I stay above the water for a second. Go. Do you want me to go look at these doors above? Since, well, thank you, Darius. I can fly. You want this back?
Sure, my tumor familiar will hop
I
back.
deeply always have to hold back from wanting to kill the alien tumor.
See, now when you're saying this, I'm just picturing you like holding it with like your index finger and your thumb, just holding it away from your body. Like, you want this back?
If it hadn't helped me, I probably would, but I'm gonna be nice to it at the moment.
Does anyone else picture this as looking like the head crabs from Half-Life?
I'm definitely picturing something more Resident Evil, I think.
In this place, yes.
My God, I haven't played Resident Evil since 2.
I'm just
See, I'm
saying
kind of
from
picturing it
their
as
style.
like a miniature Clayface from Batman the Animated Series.
Let me go. Why don't I go look up? We can get out of this, trudging around in this water.
Go up and check the doors.
Yep. I'll go and check the doors. I do my best impression of Lonely Sword when he's inspecting doors.
Okay, well,
I
you want to
detect
roll?
evil first. I ask him to detect magic from below. And then what do I get a perception check? You tell me.
Yeah, I'll give you. You need to make one. You are not detecting.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't roll in the box. Sorry about
That's
that.
all right. You're not detecting any evil magic traps.
He can't check for magic.
He had you do that from the bottom.
I asked you if you could.
I think it's too far up. Weren't they 60 feet up?
40.
Oh, they're only 40. Okay, yeah, I can do it then.
I mean, the stone might be too much to like penetrate what's on the other side, but at least we'll know if the trap is.
Yeah,
right here.
you're not seeing any traps, and for all you know, it is a normal stone door.
I will totally believe me and open that door.
Okay, and this one just happens to not be as securely shut as the other ones, and after a few seconds of fiddling with it, you are able to open the door. And
I have my greatsword back out.
wait just a second. And
Sure. Though I see it on my character sheet, I'm still gonna ask Darius how long this is gonna last, since I don't consider it inherent knowledge.
Lasts for about 6 minutes.
Wonderful.
Actually, no, it'll last for 7. I didn't change my caster level.
Oh, okay.
okay, Villager. All right, there. You come out into a hallway that connects some of the towers. This is actually part of the foundation and not a metal catwalk. But you see 4 other doors, 3 of which you assume go to, the towers below.
Okay.
And you are
Lowering a rope.
yes, you're not encountering any creatures or anything up on
Then
that
yeah, if
level.
there is nothing here barring my path or attacking me, I am lowering a rope.
Okay.
And I'll just wrap it around my arms and brace my feet against the door jams and come on up. Clear at the moment.
I'm
And-
willing to climb up whenever I'm able.
We are out of combat, so what's climbing a rope, DC 10?
A rope next to a wall or a knotted rope, DC 5.
DC 5 it is.
Even I might be able to do that. Otherwise, I'll just tie it around my waist and you guys can
I'll take 10 and
lift
climb
me
up.
up.
Yeah, thank God for the +1.
Okay, Torn and Lonely Sword, you're up.
I'll take
There's-
10 too.
Okay. And you all are now up top.
Alright, I'm gonna stow my rope. I'm gonna point to this door to the east and be like, this is likely the place we'd want to go unless you want to go look at the other 2 towers from above.
I think that's probably a good idea to just get an idea of what we're leaving at our back.
Alright.
Which way are we going?
We're gonna actually check the 2 towers from the top, I guess. So we just
You open the door,
where I'm at.
You open the door, there's a gargantuan-sized slug attached to the ceiling looking at you.
Yay!
And let me catch up here. We're up here now. And okay, and the room to the north of Villager, when you open the door, this room seems to be infested with various fungi. You can see it clinging to every surface of the room. You can see the broken remains of an iron walkway jutting from the water, and it's now covered in fungi. The room to the south of you, you can see 3 cages heavy iron cages inside the room, and you notice this rotting stench when you open the door. You can see there's a trio of headless ape-like creatures inside the iron cages, and they're lying half submerged in the water. And that's what you see in the other rooms.
I'll drink my Crypt Breaker's draught and just, you know, do a once over of the rooms.
What are you drinking?
My Crypt Breaker's draught, it just increases my perception and gives me dark vision.
Ah. How is that? Give me just a second. Okay, with your increased perception, you can see movement. Let's see. In the room to the south, you can see movement right along around the apes, the part of them that's out of the water. And what you're seeing is this blackened, bat-winged fiend's head. And there is tentacles dripping from the chin and scalp, and its fanged mouth is wide open. But you see 3 of them in that room.
Vigitor, shut the door.
Got it. Door shut.
Okay.
How do the doors open?
They open into the room.
Into the room?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna take like just to be sure, I'm gonna take like a 10-piece, a 10 feet of rope. I'm gonna cut off the 50 feet I have. I'm gonna tie one handle to the other.
Okay.
Because they open out into the room, right?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
So
Just a
that
little
would
added precaution.
effectively keep them closed.
Just a little bit extra. And alright, we're good. Watch, I'm gonna
Okay.
need 50 feet of rope later, and I'm only gonna have 40. But are we gonna head east now?
I can't believe you're all letting good experience points go away by avoiding that room.
We're not leveled from experience.
Excellent point. Lead on, young man. Go east.
Story awards.
Avoided a conflict.
Okay, Lonely Sword, you're not detecting anything that you would normally detect.
Are you saying there's no door?
Well, you see the door, but there's no magic, no traps and whatnot. And the door is not locked. And opening the door reveals a grand stone bridge arching over the gourd to a stack of rocks, which perched on top of it is a is a high tower with a lightning rod. And there's another circular tower over there. And the bridge is 3 foot wide, and as par for this place, it has no handrails.
These people
And
hate safety.
no kidding. And it's not dangerous unless you attempt to run across it at full speed.
I have to admit, the person who lives here must not be a drinker.
Right?
Can you imagine having to walk over this with a hangover?
No kidding.
We probably want to investigate the bridge, just to be sure. You know, we don't need another giant air elemental spawning on us. So yes, I guess Eris will sort of move slowly out onto the bridge and see if he can see any signs of traps or anything.
No, you are not finding any signs of traps. And no one's detecting any magic or evil coming from the bridge. And
All right. No evil, no magic. I'll stride across then.
okay, and as you're coming across, you're seeing this great stone tower. It climbs to the tower has this elaborate iron steeple, and you can see a huge lightning conductor on top of the steeple. And you come to a set of double doors, and yes, you like to make your roll there, Lonely Sword? You are detecting magic coming from the door.
Where's our thief?
All right.
And if
I
you're
kind of look
going,
around like, do we tell Lonely so we thought that's what he was?
You mean he isn't?
No? Nowhere. Press on.
But Magic Sword, if you spend the rounds, you can tell that it is an arcane lock.
Who's Magic Sword?
Sorry, Lonely Sword.
I mean, my sword is magical now, but
We've upgraded
doesn't-
you from Lonely Sword to Magic Sword.
my name does not change as my weapon increases in power. It is Magic Lock.
It's an arcane lock.
I don't know that I can pick that.
I don't know if anyone can. What happens if we just take the hinges off?
Yeah, how would it's only a DC 20 for a disabled device.
Okay, I will give it a try.
I'm not sure how thieves' tools disable a magic lock, though.
I'm not sure how rogues are the class that's able to disable magic locks and not, wizards or sorcerers.
Well, in this case, it's an alchemist, so it's closer.
I mean,
Okay,
spells.
you do manage to disable the device. We're gonna open the door.
Nope, we just unlocked it. No, time to go away.
All right, let's go back. Now the peasants
We'll
can
catch
get
you guys
here.
later.
All right, that's the stairwell up.
I will tumble into the room and land on one knee and have my weapon out as I'm ready to attack whoever's there.
That is probably the smartest thing you could have done. As you tumble into the room, you see this curving stone staircase winding along the wall of the circular chamber up to a trapdoor in the ceiling some 30 feet above. This room is in utter chaos. There's books, alchemical equipment, and curiously twisted metal everywhere. A huge broken cage stands in the center of the room. Its bars are bent and the doors are smashed open. And you don't even need to make a perception check for this. But inside the room, you see this creature.
That's a lot of limbs. And a lot of claws.
Any knowledge checks that I can make? Religion? Anything?
Is that its final form?
Yes, that is its final form. Let's see, a construct is what?
Oh, never mind then. Don't worry about it.
Arcana.
So much for my
You
knowledge
notice
nature.
Yep. Lonely Sword, you know it is a construct. That it is a four-armed flesh golem, and with your score, this creature was from 4 of them. And everyone else needs to roll for initiative. You know it's immune to non-lethal. It's got damage reduction 5 adamantine.
Oh no, not adamantine. What will I do?
No kidding. And a full attack is 4 claws. And it does have the rend special ability.
Is it for this? Where is it? It's in the cage?
Oh, sorry, I guess I need to put the token on the map, don't I? It's over here in the corner of the room. And I can get it in a square. And let's see, everyone's rolled initiative. And
How is I one of the lowest rolls with a 17? Man, right now your cat's like, where did everybody go?
And
I'm going to
there's
assume
your
it's
up first.
hostile.
Oh, absolutely.
Vigiger, I'm sorry, but I don't think we're going to be making friends with this guy.
Don't worry, he doesn't seem to be peaceful.
It doesn't matter. I missed both. Oh, I was targeting myself. So yes, I'll do the save. He'll take 14 or 7, depending on.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I'll just roll save. Looks like he takes 14.
What'd you roll save for?
For my bomb, it missed him. So he
Oh,
only gets the
gotcha.
splash damage.
So he takes 14. Make him evil again.
Are bombs touch attacks?
No. I'm assuming not.
That's
I
odd.
know. Yeah, well. They might be a little bit overpowered if they were touch attacks.
Hmm.
Okay, anything else you want to do?
No, I'll pass my turn.
And that is with a adamantine arrow.
You know what? They are. They're ranged touched attacks. Oh, well, I'll fix it going forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. It's an explosion. You don't have to hit them. You don't care about their armor.
Yep.
Alright, everyone's just come in and stayed back from it.
Well, it hasn't been my turn yet, so yes, so
Okay.
far.
What's this stuff in the middle? Is this a cage of some sort?
It is a destroyed cage.
It's a
The
destroyed
bars,
cage.
the bars are bent.
Now, this stairwell goes up. How high up is it? Right where that corner is touching the creature.
I just had that. Let's say it's he's large, so yeah, you're probably 10 feet above him.
That staircase goes 10 feet above him?
Yeah.
So, alright, so at that point would be like 20 feet up? Okay. Alright, I'm going to... Do I still have fly active, would you say? Last 7 minutes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go in and fly up. I want to be like about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay.
How tall is the cage?
Oh, it's broken, right? I don't know if there's just bars left or.
Yeah, the cage is pretty much utterly destroyed.
Okay. So they're just like little spikes up.
Right.
Well, bars. Half bar. Okay.
Some debris on the ground and
Sounds good. If he comes within range of me, I would have a stand. Can I have a ready in action to smack him if he comes within range of me?
yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
All right. I will. Let me check this. All right. I will feather out a shield of faith on myself. It's the weak man's protection from evil, but it actually works on creatures that aren't evil as well. And then I will try to move in, and I will give it acrobatics to see if I can avoid any attacks of opportunity that might happen. Ooh, maybe not. Mr. GM?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, you did not make it.
Alright, well, if he gets an attack, he gets an attack. I missed.
Bastard.
And then I will fight defensively and take a swing at him. Oh, 4.
Do you want to put Bajira in this fight?
No. Thank you though, but no.
Okay, Lonely Swords, that's your closest, and he tried to hurt him. He's gonna swipe at you with all 4 claws.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
And let's see,
Wow.
2 hits.
He has quite the good bonus, or you rolled really high.
He's got a really good bonus. And let's see, you take some damage, and he hit you with 2 or more natural attacks in 1 round. And let's see, a creature with the Rend special attack can cause tremendous damage by latching onto the opponent's body and tearing flesh.
You get an extra claw damage roll, I believe.
The damage is equal. Yeah, plus 1.5 times the strength bonus. We'll just take an extra claw attack. And let's see. Darius.
Ow, ow, ow.
Alright. My tumor familiar will separate and go jump on Lonely Sword. He can feel it crawling up his leg.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill this thing before we're done this game. I do worship the deity of beauty, after all. It was abomination.
Does it get
Appreciate that.
uglier? every time you level up?
I think it should. And more creepy. It feels like there's hundreds of little hands crawling up his leg. Like a centipede. So it will heal him. Not for much, though. And I haven't finished coding in the bomb yet. So
You can just change it to a touch.
I've set it up as a weapon, though.
Yep. So under the weapon, if you
Yeah.
type touch under properties, it will make it a touch attack.
Okay.
I don't know if you need any capitals in there or not. Just do it all lowercase though and test it. See
Yeah.
if it works.
Um,
Yep. See, it says touch now.
Alright, so hit.
Ouch.
How many of those do you get a day?
I get 12 a day.
That's pretty brutal.
If you start getting fast bombs where you can toss out more than one a turn, you can really burn through them pretty quickly.
Yeah, what do you throw? Whatever you throw them at blows up though.
Wow. I was still trying to look and count how many die he got to roll on that.
One for every 2 levels.
Right. Wow.
That's what I like to see.
Wow. Darn it.
Villager, you want to get in here and help?
I'm coming.
Come on, pretty boy.
Okay, he's gonna get to hit me anyway, so I'm gonna get on the other side of Lonely Sword, and at least flank if he's gonna get to smack me.
Oh, and he hit.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised. Okay.
I don't know about magical fly. Normally you have to make a fly check when you get hit by damage or you fall 10 feet.
But I'm landing.
But he would have hit you 10 feet away
Okay.
because he's got reach.
Yeah, make that fly check.
I'm not sure if it works with magical fly or if it only works with people
I
that
lose
have
10
wings.
feet of altitude in Pathfinder if I fail the check. That's a 26.
Yeah, you made it and managed to land on the ground.
Okay.
Right.
And I forgot to pick him, but 16, no?
Nope. You missed by a mile.
Alright, I am going to heal myself, though.
I'm activating Sacred Weapon.
For 11, so I'm good.
Golems can be crit, right?
Yes, golems can be crit.
Found that out before, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll activate my Sacred Weapon to make my Kukri crit on a 15 or higher. And I will fight defensively again. Ugh. Not close enough. And we'll laugh at him a bit and say, "Hi, you're gonna die." Blah blah blah. He's cool. He doesn't care.
He might. You don't know. He could have feelings.
And I will say out loud, golems don't have feelings.
No, but they do have claws. And let's see. That's why.
2 crits? What the hell? He got 2 natural 20s and a natural 1 and 4 attacks.
And let's see.
He crit 1.
Yeah, he did crit 1.
1 crit, 2 hits. Well, this could end poorly.
And since he did get 2 natural attacks, he's tearing flesh.
Oh, you're a dick. I'll remember this on my next character.
The mask. Go for the mask. Rip the mask.
No, I want you to cut my face apart as you kill me so that they never see my face.
Yeah, that was a dick move, so.
Fucking 2. Oh my god. I'm glad the other one didn't crit at least, but I'm still dead.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna make you mostly dead.
Is he really mostly dead? Shall my tumor familiar heal him?
Yes, he is really mostly dead.
Okay. Unless you want to make a new character. If you want to die, I won't kill you.
Well, I mean, I kind of like to play it how it rolls, and if you die, you die. That's fair.
Okay. I'll pretend that you're dead.
I'm not worried. I can get another guy. I wouldn't mind making another guy anyway. I like making new characters.
I hardly ever get to use the dead effect.
It's a good timing for it. We're at the climax of this walk towards it. It's fitting for Lonely Sword to. Although
This is the second War Priest I've lost in the last month.
Yeah, so I will again toss a bone.
Yeah, in my other game, at level 3, we found a legendary artifact weapon. And the GM made it so that the monk could use it because they were fist wraps that improve your unarmed strike and stuff. And then the monk died next session, and I died as well that session. And then the guy that was playing the monk, he was like, "Hey man, you want to make someone to use the fist wraps, and I'll make a healer because you were the healer." I was like, "Okay, sure." And then my character died the next session with the fist wraps on.
So in short, the artifact was actually cursed.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking right now. We're like, this thing is cursed. Every character that uses it dies immediately.
So if Winter gives us an artifact, no one take it.
Hey, I'm handing them out right and left the other game.
I don't think I could do enough healing to stop that from happening to me.
Okay, the guardian of the tower falls to the ground dead, right beside Lonely Sword.
Well, I don't know if he's alive or dead, so I rush over to him and check.
Bury me with my kukri.
Quickly, take his mask off.
We're totally taking your kukri. No.
That's what I'm saying. Here's about the kukri. Rip the mask.
So yeah, can I do a heal check to see if he's alive? Or actually, you know what? I'm not. That would waste a round. So you know what? I'm just gonna heal him. I don't know if he's alive or dead.
Yes, he is dead. Correct? Be dead and make a new character?
Yeah. I don't like the whole, saving the character just because. It's fine. They'll find my new character in a cage upstairs.
Okay, well, I blow the lay on hands anyway because I don't know, and I figured I don't want to waste time seeing him like.
Yeah, war priests are really squishy if you crit them 3 times in a turn.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, Villager, Lonely Sword is dead, dead, dead.
Ah,
I blame you.
I totally know he's not talking to me, so I just take off his mask.
No, sorry, the flesh that rendered out was my face. That's why I died.
It's just a black hole. I mean, it's like a circle of a head with,
He wore
hollow.
a mask because he's too pretty.
You might also remember that I'm wearing the mask for my goddess, and she might not appreciate you defiling my corpse.
She probably didn't like you very much. She let you die, get rended.
All right.
Maybe
I'll
she
ma-
liked me. Maybe
I'll
she
make
liked me
I'll
so
make
much
a
she wanted me
religion
to come
check,
join
and
her.
you tell me then, Winter.
Whether or not his god will get upset.
Yeah, that's like one of the few knowledges I have. I should use it.
Yeah, you think his god probably would get upset and smite you.
Okay, his god's weird. Um. All right. All right, I'm gonna put his hands over his chest. We're not done here. I'm gonna put him inside the bars of the cage to at least so things don't get to him easily until we can return. We're not done yet.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of protection there, but there is some.
I mean, like a rat. Dogs aren't gonna drag him away. I understand that he's not protected from the rats.
Absolutely. Okay.
I am gonna take the daggers though. I'm gonna hand one to each to Torian and Darius and go, these work against these creatures. We can't deny that right now.
They're not daggers, they're kukris.
Whatever.
You're a kukri.
Do you have to have a special feat to use those?
No, they're martial weapons, I believe. Martial light.
Actually, Villager, you might want to keep it or give both to Torian. I can't wield it.
All right, we'll keep one each then for now. So I give the other one to Torian then.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
I say a quick prayer considering that we're in the zone of danger over him, and we head up the stairs. I keep looking down.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'll drag his items over. Sure.
Hey guys, I've run into a loading screen here at the top.
And you had two of them? The adamantine?
No, I only had one. I had one adamantine and one cold iron.
Ah, that's right. They're in the party sheet if you guys want to grab them.
My adamantine is a +1, and the cold iron, however, is unenchanted.
Y'all can rob the dead when we're done. Okay, up the stairs.
Before we go, can I just take a look around the room and see if we notice anything of interest?
That's really good idea.
All right.
Let's see. Um, let's see. Looking around the room, the first thing you notice is a set of instructions for using a device called Bond Slave Thrall. And it is, these have been tacked up the back of the door that where you just come in. And you can see there's notations and diagrams in the margins written with red ink, and it is a completely different handwriting than what the notes were written in. And unfortunately, yeah, you find the instructions on the door, and you find a notebook, and in the notebook, there's margins, notes and diagrams in the margins written in red ink with someone else's hand. Um, the notes have become so soiled and torn that virtually unreadable. One of you has linguistics, don't you?
I do, yeah.
I do.
Yeah, you're dead. I'm gonna have to rename the channel now to Without Vox.
So I'll give a little linguistics check.
You can decipher enough of the notes to learn about the existence of this device, and its purpose is it gives the controller the ability to control is it Leopold?
Leland.
Leland, thank you.
And in case
But
you
it
guys are
does not.
wondering, I just stuck a link in our TeamSpeak. That's actually the picture of my character without his mask. I actually took a picture from a character. His name is the Regent of the Mask.
Oh, cool.
And there's pictures of him without his mask.
We'll never know.
The notebook tells you about the device and that it can control Leland, but it does not reveal its location or actually how to turn it on.
Does it reveal anything about what it looks like? Is there like a description that I might recognize if I saw it?
Let's see. Quite honestly, you can tell that it's a very weird brass device, and it's got dials and protrusions, and it's filled with a strange purple liquid. So you're pretty much going to know it when you see it.
Sounds pretty distinctive.
And I just uncovered a part of the map that actually shows you the 3 levels of the tower with the lightning rod and capacitor at top. And Villager, you're down on the ground. Are you gonna fly up or?
I was waiting at this up the stairs, but when Darius started looking around, I waited for him to come up. I'm staying on the. I'm walking up.
And we'll leave Box Body down there. Okay, as you walk into the circular room, you notice there's a lot of spider webs. I do mean a lot of spider webs. And can y'all make a perception check for me? Okay, at several parts of the wall, you do see faint chalk marks. And you want to try your linguistics again there, Darius?
Sure. Chalk marks on the wall.
You make out a crude chalk diagram depicting the iron spire at the top of the tower and 2 strange apparatuses at its pinnacle. An arrow points to the larger of the 2 devices next to the words, "The Stormcloak must be activated to energize bond slave thrall." The storm collar must be activated. And Villager, never mind.
Okay.
So sorry, does the diagram give us any idea how to activate the storm callers? Or is it just more of a...
No, it doesn't. Basically what you're looking at is by now you know that the Wisp Wave was here at the tower. And it looks like it's their notes on trying to figure out how to use and activate this device to control the beast. And the stairwell continues going up, and let's see, where are you? Guys, do you mind if we take 5?
Sure.
Nope, that's good.
Cool. Thank you.
I like that I come back and I just see the map with it's still zoomed in where my character is laying upside down.
I'm back whenever you all are.
Oh, everyone wasn't here. I was saying that I came back and I'm still zoomed in with my character upside down on the map. So hey, I don't remember what you were saying for allowed books and stuff.
You know, I really pull it up.
I have a character concept, but I'm not sure if it's allowed.
Core, Player's Guide, Class Guide, Ultimate Combat, Ultimate Magic, Ultimate Entry, Core Adventures, Occult Adventures. What do you want to play?
I was thinking of an Oracle Kobold. Not for any reason, just because I want to play a Kobold because they're stupid and weak.
Okay. I'm sure Villager will make you his pet or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Villager in the party, they're gonna accept me.
You can replace Leland in his heart.
After we turn you into a golem.
Whoa, you are a paladin, sir.
Yeah, but you notice the paladin was the first to take your weapons.
And hand them out to people who would need them because we need to survive. I didn't say I'm keeping them, I said I took them.
And At this level. At the top of the staircase, there is a trap door. And this trap door is a solid block adamantine.
We need
It's
to be
worth
harvesting that
three-
and bringing that back with us.
It's worth 3,000 gold pieces.
It's a thin
We
piece
can
of
put it in a
adamantine.
sarcophagus when we bring that back too.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and drag that to the party sheet to get credit for it. Okay, let's see, we're in this room. Okay. Shall we continue up?
Yep.
I'll take one last look around the room just to make sure that there's nothing else of interest.
No, you're not seeing anything of interest, and okay, a little bit lower on the map from where you're all at. Pretty much under Lonely Sword's tomb on the map is the final. Is the top of the inside of the tower. Drag y'all around, say there. It's so much easier with 3 tokens.
There's still 4. You got the pet.
Okay, as you enter into this room, just a second. Okay. As you enter this room, the tower room clearly was once a laboratory, and it's choked full with these huge webs. You see 2 curious objects, a large iron idol and a glass bell jar of the same size standing against the eastern wall. The jar is filled with fluid and contains a human woman. The idol has only... Okay. The idol has 2 openings for eye holes through, and these are human-sized. That's a human-sized idol. And looking through the eye holes, you see a blinking pair of terrified human eyes.
That's pretty creepy.
Detect evil. Scan the room.
Okay. You are not detecting any evil. And, you like to make a perception check? Well,
I'll throw one out there just in case.
let's. Okay. Besides the blinking eyes at the very top of the tower, you see this abomination hanging out in the webs at the top of the tower. And really wish they would have given a picture of this one. It's a mixture of
Divine bond on sword, +1.
a choker, a chul, a cloaker, and an ether cap blended together into a disgusting mass of unlife. And so anybody got Arcana now?
I still have it.
You can tell that this is no ordinary golem, and that you are likely no match for it. It's far more powerful. You feel that it is far more powerful than you can safely defeat.
And I will let the rest of them know that this is, that much more dangerous than the one we fought downstairs.
Does it have a picture?
No, it does not. Yeah, that is correct. There's no picture on this one. It's just a horrible, large creature. Sorry, huge creature. And you can tell that with your Arcana check, it's got a DR of 10 for everything except adamantine. It's a let's see.
What size is it?
Yeah, it's huge. I'm not going to give you too much detail into it because it is a combination of many creatures. It can go berserk, it can constrict. Its tentacles are paralyzing. It can strangle. It can do a web. And well, you're all just in awe of this monstrosity above you. You notice that the eyes are really blinking in fear.
I'm gonna
Not
take
the golem
the.
eyes, right?
I'm
The
gonna take
doll
the
eyes.
kukri. And are there latches on what he's in?
Um,
The idol?
yes, there are latches on the idol.
I'm gonna cut them off.
And just before I forget, there is an iron ladder against the south wall that climbs up to a trapdoor in the ceiling. And you can see next to the ladder there is a metal lever. And a little bit above the webs, you can see that there are huge iron shutters that close off the central portion of the ceiling. And basically, you can tell that when they're open, there's a 20-foot diameter hole in the ceiling open to the sky and the iron framework above the sky, or above the tower.
Would we be able to get up the ladder without the golem attacking us? I mean, where is he relative? Like, he's up in webs, right?
Yes, he's up toward the top of the tower. And this idol that you just cut the latches off of, it looks like a very fat doll. It's engraved with sewn lips and representation of a man being crushed to death. And Lonely Sword, as you as you cut the latches off.
Who?
Lonely Sword's back from the
Sorry.
dead.
Torin, these webs are from this golem. I think an Eder cap is spider, part spider. Yeah, it's part of this creature is up of a hideous purple creature that walks upright like a man, but its face is that of a spider, and its hands are sickle-shaped claws. Um, as you start to latches off, when you get to the first one, you see movement above you coming from this creature, and you need to roll initiative. Not you, Lonely Sword.
You need to know when my body has its turn.
He's surprisingly
Oh,
more active
oh.
than me or Vittager.
I was gonna say it turned all right. Whew!
Have you seen how many undead there are around here? Maybe I've risen.
Alright, you're gonna wonder what I'm gonna do, aren't you? I'm assuming. Do we know what the movement is? Is that the creature coming down on us?
Yes, you can see the creature starting to shift. He's very aware of your presence, especially with the noise that Villager just made.
Maybe it's obvious, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is there any perception as to whether he looks aggressive, defensive, passive? Maybe he's a pacifist.
Coming
Just
for
guessing.
us.
I suspect he wants to eat your eyeballs.
Yeah, common sense. He's aggressive.
Afraid you were going to say that. Don't get me wrong, isn't this the same one we decided earlier that we weren't going to be able to win against, that we should run away?
Yeah, I was
Yep.
just trying to get the guy out of here, but we'll have to come back.
Well, there's nothing like a good parting shot, correct? Do we have a creature to fire against, or no?
Yes, you sure do.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Map for you.
And he's massively large as well. Great.
He is huge. He has a reach of 15 feet.
Alrighty. Aim small, miss small. Uh-huh.
I really do not like that golems are immune to magic. That's the stupidest rule. Like, if that's all it took to make something immune to magic, I would just enchant my armor. Now I'm immune to magic. Magic weapons should be immune to magic as well. They were magically enchanted.
Ooh, and you got one hit.
I screwed up my thing for point blank, so that's what the +1 is for.
Yeah, not a problem.
Woo! He's wounded. Hell, we can keep him, guys.
Are you guys not running? Looks like we're all going to need new characters.
That was a
I'm
parting
running.
shot. In a full round, I was buying time for the rest of the group.
Okay. Lonely Sword, your body decomposes a little more.
No, it doesn't. I stabilized.
And let's see. You took a shot at him. And you hear this little... What the hell does that even mean?
Oh, that's me.
Ah, infrasonic means it's a sound wave with a frequency below the lower limit of human hearing. I need everyone to make a will save.
So in other words, we don't hear it.
Exactly.
You feel it in your bones, though.
It's the
Is that
bit
in
of
the box,
noise.
or?
Yeah, if you would. Okay, let's see. Darius and Villager. Darius. You have fallen prone. By the way, that will save was against a fear effect. So if anybody has
I'm
any
immune.
bonuses.
Was against what?
It's a fear effect. So if you have any bonuses.
I'm immune.
Okay. Let's see. So
And everyone
Darius
gets a
failed.
+4 if they're in 10 feet of me.
Everybody and gets how much? +4?
+4.
Damn.
Way to go, Villager. You're a
Okay,
hero.
Darius, you are not prone. Neither is Villager. Zoom in on that map. But, however, I do need you all to make a fortitude save now.
From the smell.
And let's see, Torin made it, Villager made it, Darius.
Sucks to be me.
Yes, it does. You are now nauseated for how many rounds? Wrong dice. You are nauseated for 4 rounds.
So I can move but take no other actions, right?
Nausea is, yeah.
One move action.
Alright, so I am
Too busy throwing up.
running for the stairs while I'm hurling, leaving a puddle of my vomit behind me.
Okay, as you're running down the stairs, would you like to make a reflex save?
No, I wouldn't. Thank you.
It was a nice offer.
Okay, let's see. You bump into something that's your foot touches something that is invisible as you are running down the stairs and puking.
And in between that, I'm, oh god, why?
Okay. Torian's still there?
Yep.
Okay. Come on, Torian. Let's get back. We have to get back down. So I'm going to. What is that we came up?
You come up to a trap at the very end to get into this room, but at the bottom of the trap door is a set of stairs.
Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go down and make sure Torian gets down behind me.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and take you out of combat, and I'm figuring that you're shutting the trap door as well.
Yeah.
Does that mean we don't get to take the adamantine door with us? Damn it.
Not now, it seems.
Easy come, easy go.
Okay, there's a man trapped in that idol, and a woman in a glass jar.
You're
And
pretty
I
sure
bumped into something
that
I
the
couldn't see.
woman in the jar is like preserved, as and like from formaldehyde, she's dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if she was like this was like Star Wars. She was just floating in the healing incubator.
Encased in carbonite? Is that what you're saying?
Something something like
In the
that.
back tank.
Yes, thank you.
And I gotta open the skill sheet first. There we go. And the 3 of you out having the trap door and so forth. you see a homunculi seemingly appear out of nowhere, and it is still on the steps. And let's see. It is pointing to the wall that contains all this writing, and it's coming down the stairs closer towards you, and it seems to be very excited, and it just keeps pointing.
Scream and run away.
What's it pointing at?
The chalk drawings on the wall.
Okay. We looked at this. All right. Let's. All right, what is this again?
It's a homunculi.
No. The chalk drawings.
The chalk drawings were concerning the bond slave brawl. Yeah.
Okay. Darius, you make sense of this? Can we do something with this?
So between my bouts of heaving, I will glance between the homunculi and the drawings, and I'll take a closer look and see if we can gather any more information from. Is he gesturing in any particular direction, or is he just wagging his finger in the vague vicinity of the sketch?
Yeah, he's pointing at the wall that contains most of the semi-erased chalk drawings, and he is very excited so forth.
Can you talk? Can you communicate? I'll sort of, again, between heaving.
Bring out your disgusting thing and have them sniff each other.
He shakes his head. No, he cannot talk.
But you want to tell us something.
And he's shaking his head. Yes.
Is there any chalk in here?
Yes. You do find a.
Wouldn't you know I have
piece of
chalk in
on
my
the floor.
backpack, baby? So I hand forth the chalk to whoever so wants it.
Well,
Okay.
I give it to the little dude and see what he does.
The little dude is over to the wall, and he's writing. It's not the best handwriting in the world, but he quickly conveys, that Count Karomak is trapped upstairs and needs urgent rescuing. He makes a note about the big bad guy upstairs in the room. He's he talks about the device, the roof, and how it can control. What the hell's his name again?
Well, he wouldn't write that because I'm the only person who calls him that.
Leland.
Yeah, Leland. He makes a note about how the device can call and control the beast.
Okay. Can you get this to work, Darius?
I don't know, but we can definitely go give it a try. Does he know where it is?
Yes. He's pointing up, up, up.
Okay. So it's probably, well, if there's a storm caller, I assume it's probably what we saw on the roof, that those, whatever,
How
what's
are
on
we
the side of
supposed
the
to get
map.
that to work?
I have, well, I don't have enough left for to guess all up there for the rest of the day, but if we take a day and rest, I can fly us all up there.
Or you can fly one and throw down 40 foot of rope.
We could do that too.
Sure enough.
Why don't we do that? Well, at least we should probably make our way up to the roof, so that we can examine the device. I'll have a better idea if I can operate it once I get up there.
Okay, how do we get up there from here?
Well, let's go down to the ground floor, go out onto the bridge, and then one of us can fly up and lower the rope.
Okay.
Okay, you manage fly up to the roof and pull everyone else up.
I'm not 100% sure I'm on board with this plan. What the heck are we trying to do again?
Trying to electrocute ourselves.
We're calling lightning down on top of our heads. What's your problem?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the little homunculi was communicating with you. He roughly points out that, the beast would be powerful enough to beat the bad in the other room.
So the
And
bond
that you
slave thrall will probably would let us control her
control.
influence. Okay.
Correct. Okay, and once you make it up to the tower roof, you see a flat platform high above the raging waters. There's a spire of twisted iron rising from the tower's roof. Series of 3 triangular iron. Excuse me. In a series of 3 triangular iron platforms. Perched at the very top stands a huge lightning conductor and numerous lightning rods. The tower roof is 350 feet above the river below, and once again, they're not OSHA compliant, so there's no guardrails. Um, Iron structure goes an additional 30 feet above the tower, and it's comprised of 3 levels, and each level is connected by an iron ladder. And let's see. Yeah, I love it. And up at the top, you're not seeing anything that looks like a brass machine with pedals and so forth on this level, on the roof of the tower.
So sorry, is there a trapdoor or anything that would give us access to the next level down?
Yes, there's a trapdoor going down.
I guess it just depends
However,
on whether it's going to open up into where the golem is, and the thing isn't here at all.
now, up on the lightning tower, near the capacitor and so forth. From your level, you probably see something that looks like a control panel.
Okay.
But to get to it, you actually have to climb the towers.
Or fly. Unless, like, there's wires and stuff that would make flying dangerous.
No, you can fly up perfectly okay. And honestly, it's easy climb. But once you get up there, you see a peculiar brass device. It's studded with dials and protrusions, and it's filled with a strange purple liquid. And you see that it's attached to a huge silvery conductor by these thick rubber-coated cables. And are you taking the Humaculi with you? Or
Sure.
did you
Yes.
leave him behind?
No, I'll let him ride my shoulder.
You got the tumor riding shotgun
That's right.
and Humaculi riding bitch.
I'm just
it.
waiting for like the little tail with the needle at the end of it to come out and poke her in the neck.
He is very excited and he's pointing to the device. And
I will study the device and see if I can make sense based on, the journal and the drawings of how it works.
yes. These rubber coated copper cables are 4 inches thick and they're all connected to this capacitor up there. And with the notes that were on the back of the door and so forth, you've got a rough idea of how to turn it on, and that step is turning on the storm collar. And to do that, I need a knowledge arcana or a use magic device.
Either or
Blindly.
both.
Either or. And that was more than enough. You managed to activate the device, and around later, you hear it start to emit a hum, and shortly thereafter, you see it begin to send out mirrored sparks and bolts of lightning. And a couple of rounds later, you see lightning lashing the area, and um, let's see. Yes, lightning, the storms are starting to come. Lightning is starting to strike the tower. and you can see a gauge that reads energy level, and after enough lightning hits it, you can see that capacitor is at full power. And the next step is actually activating the thrall itself. And let's make a use magic device check, and you get a +2 bonus for it. You hear this high-pitched whine. In
I
addition
didn't say anything.
the deep hum of the storm caller, and you see this purple alchemical liquid inside it, and it's boiling rapidly. Is anybody touching the device? Or did you just flip it on and back away?
Well, because you asked that, no.
I
Well,
probably would
you
have
know.
flipped it on and backed away for the moment.
And there's no explosions, and you're aware of the gauges and so forth. Starting to move and so forth. And yeah, anyway, you step forward and touch the device, you know, just looking at it, starting to fiddle with switches and whatnot. The moment you touch it, you become aware of the beast of Olympus. And you can even feel some of its pain and misery. And you also become aware that you can use it to call the beast to yourselves and control its actions.
Alright, so I'll let the rest of them know. I'll tell them. I'll go into details for Vidiger so he knows how sad and lonely and pained the beast is.
Aw, thanks.
And let's see. More than one person can use the thrall at one time. However, only one character can control the beast's actions each round.
Okay, is there a reason we'd want more than one of us to use it? Will it help us in controlling them?
Well, if you did something and then your turn was over, it was his turn, then he could do something. Then the next person could do something. So the beast could get like 8 turns in a turn. He's saying that you can only make the beast do one thing per round, so it only gets 1 turn per round.
Correct. And let's see, just out of character, the mental link that you've established with the device allows the controlling character to use its own abilities to assist the beast. Uh, uh, for example, a fighter can grant the use of one of its feats to the beast 1 round. You know, a character with sneak attack can grant the beast a sneak attack ability for 1 round. An arcane caster can channel arcane energy through the device to give the beast a deflection bonus equal to the AC of the caster level for 1 round.
That's not bad. So we probably all want to be there using it and decide, well, I guess it depends. I'm assuming Villager and Torian would count as a fighter in this case. They can lend a feat to the beast.
Yes. And all this racket that's going on, the lightning striking the tower, and just hum of the machinery. You hear this banging and bashing coming from the steel shutters that open up in the floor below you. The roof of the top room of the tower opened up, revealed this device. You're pretty confident that the golem that is underneath you is trying to get to you.
Hurry, Leland, hurry!
He doesn't like what we're doing?
I'll
Not
urge
at
Leland to
all.
hurry up and join us.
Okay, would y'all like to roll initiative?
No, that's usually bad.
Nothing good ever comes from rolling initiative.
Okay, we don't have to go into initiative, but just keep track of rounds. What would y'all like to do this round? Darius, you're aware that Leland has heard your call for help and is coming, but it's going to take him a few rounds to get there.
All right. So the aberrant Promethean hasn't broken through yet, right?
Correct.
All right. I will hold an action and be prepared to drop a bomb on his head if he does break through.
What is he trying to break through?
The
There's
trapdoor.
still shutters. The level that he's at, the roof of it has still shutters that open up the laboratory to the device up top.
That would be the 4 slots I see in the center of the circle with like that triangle on them.
Right. You've seen Young Frankenstein, right?
Yes.
Wilder.
Yeah.
Like the platform that rises up to the lightning rods.
Right.
It's kind of like that. Torin?
Sorry, I had a toddler in my lap. I was gonna say, if you said we could all connect at once, I was gonna connect with the link or whatever.
Okay. You become aware of the band that he's hustling to get where you're at.
Okay. Out of character, I don't really think there's much else I can do, is there?
Can I do anything to secure this roof better? Is there like a latch or something that jam?
No, honestly, you figure in probably another round or two, this golem is going to get through.
Well, in that case, I can ready an action or whatever. If he does break through, I can have my bow and arrow ready for him. That might undo what I just said about connecting to Leland. But that's fine. I'd rather ready an action.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll do that.
Villager?
Yeah, who's connect? Do we have to touch something to connect to the device?
Yes, you actually have to touch the thrall, but Darius is connected.
Okay. All right. And everyone here looks healthy, so yeah, I will ready in action.
And are you joining us in the bond?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonder twin powers activate.
And I figure you're all going to do the same thing this round. The golem has started to break through the roof, and it's like half exposed now. And you all are to attack if you wish.
Alright, Darius will drop a bomb on his head. I assume it's more than 20 feet? Because we're, what, 30 feet up, right, in the machine, or?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the nauseated off of you because it would have passed by now.
Yeah, that'd
Otherwise,
be
I
me,
can
right?
just
Or what?
drop the vomit on the abomination's head.
Oh,
And
Wow.
he's only
Wow.
lightly hurt.
Well, I know who's going to die first. Second.
Wow.
That's a tough act to follow there, Torin.
Right, right. Is this like a full round? Do I get like all the attacks, or just a one, or what?
Yes, but got to be ranged because you are 30 feet above him.
Oh, okay. So no point blank is what you're saying.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can get point blank as long as it's ranged. Well,
No,
point
it'd
blank
have
is
to be
ranged.
within 20. Oh no, 30, you're right. I could have done that.
But yes, you can point blank shot him.
See, an 18's almost as good as a 20.
Enough to put him to heavy damage.
See, I did all the hard work. You just lightly wounded him.
And I think it's time to remove Lonely Sword from the combat tracker. Yeah, that didn't count. And on his move, he finishes coming out onto the roof. And let's see, Vidiger.
Okay, I'm gonna get in front of Torian and Darius, but I'm not in range to attack, I believe.
Not unless you have a ranged weapon. Or can drop something on him.
And I am going to fight defensively.
I'm checking in on Leland's progress, and I'll just drop another bomb on the abomination.
Leland is closer, but he is several rounds away.
You do another bomb or two like that, and we won't need Leyland.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but somehow I doubt it.
Right?
Thank you, Touch Attack.
Son of a bitch.
Wow. All three miss? Damn it. And that sucks.
Okay, he starts climbing the tower, and he's able to make it up 20 of the 30 feet, and he has reach. And let's see, Villager is staying. There's no way you can do a slam climbing. So he's just gonna climb up. Villager, he is 10 feet away from you, below you.
Okay. He's 10 feet away from me?
He's 10 feet below you.
Yeah, I gotta make sure these guys don't get hurt. I am going to edge in, but I'm not. Still fighting defensively.
I guess I'm dropping a bomb.
Okay, I have new respect for Alchemist.
Yeah, me too. Holy crap.
Christ, this guy didn't even get swing. Of course, I delayed his attack because Lonely Sword was dead.
Holy crap.
That just sucked. Okay, just out of curiosity.
All Villager had. Oh.
Oh, I think that would kill me. Yeah, I'm disabled. That's not
Wow.
one round though.
Let's see. And do on Torin.
This was the big scary guy that was supposed to be able to destroy them?
Yeah, and the hope is for them to summon the beast to actually do the fighting. Yeah, if I would have dropped him down when they first encountered Room, yeah, that would have been a good fight.
Well, not for
Yeah.
us.
It'd have been tough to go toe to toe with him for more than a round.
Absolutely, and let me show you all quickly.
I gotta tuck my little girl in. I'll be right back.
No problem. But the golem to the floor falls down the side of the tower, and bounces off part of the ceiling and falls over to the hole where it bursts through the ceiling, and it falls down another level into the laboratory bed. Okay. While you're all standing there in awe of this, Leland shows up and he's just like confused. But he sees his good buddy Vidiger. And he's like, what?
Hi, Leland. There was a big monster. We thought we needed you. Turned out, Darius is an avatar of the god of war. So we're okay.
Yeah, that pretty well sums it up.
Glad I could be of help. Is there beer?
There are though villagers who are probably on their way here, so you're gonna have to probably find a new residence unless you actually want to commit the crimes you've been accused of, which I don't think you do. Oh, and there's somebody locked in that statue right there.
Yeah, we should probably go see if we can help him.
Okay, Leland opens the trap door. You know, it's not the first time he's been here, and you go down a level into the laboratory, and Leland sees the eyes, and he goes, "Father," and proceeds to finish ripping off latches, and he opens it up. You can tell that the count was slowly being squeezed out. And, you know, he's out of and so forth, but he's like, thank you for saving me. And
I'm assuming that someone put you in there, unless that's how you get your kicks.
yes, I'm happy to tell you what little I know. um, they were he talks about how the castle was attacked by agents of the Whispering Way. And
Those are the bastards that
you
cut off
all
my
know, we haven't had an opportunity to truly get into the Whispering Way, and that's in the other book. I'll give you a little bit of history on them here in just a minute. They attacked Castle. They pretty much tortured him to get the information. You know, they were having difficulty figuring out how to operate the device. They knew that it would control the beast. But once they learned what they needed, they locked him in this idol for him to slowly die and so forth. He knows that he doesn't know why, but they used thrall in order to force to steal the effigy from the museum. And the minute at it, you know, they left. Now, however, you know, his little homunculi comes over, and it's sorry, it's singular, homunculus. uh, he's like, my little here. He overheard the cultists talking about their wood, which is the dark forest to the south and the east. And he suspects that they're headed to Askiner Lodge, since it's the only island of civility within the woods. He can give you directions to the Silent Path, and it's an ancient hunting trail that goes through Shutterwood. And now it's nothing more than a memory, and in some places it's marked by strange bone fetishes. Uh, um, he had often used the trail himself when he was younger and had more energy to seek out rare plants and toxins. And the access to the trail is about a mile from the castle. If the Whispering Way did go into the Shutterwoods, their most likely path. But as far as what the Whispering Way is up to, he has no idea. And Leland walks over to Jer, and he's very thankful. You all are the only friends that I've ever known. You saved me. You saved my father. I thank you. I thank you. And when he says that, the Count, looks up and he goes, "What are you talking about? When did you save Leland?"
I saved him from the villagers who wanted to execute him. And so did these men.
Why did they want to execute him?
Well, they
You
wanted
got
to
to keep
blame him
in
for
mind that
many crimes. And he did steal the effigy because someone forced him to, which has come to light. These
well,
things you
and
make,
that. Go ahead.
you know, Leland's in pain, and I'm gonna imagine that the other two things were too.
Not to mention what's up with the woman in the vat.
The woman in the vat is
Well, the rest of his family is probably his wife.
yes, and in true Game of Thrones fashion, that's my wife Cersei. Spelled
Kill
different,
her now!
but it's the same. She died many years ago in childbirth, and much of my entire life and most of my fortune has went to regaining my wife and my son, and I have been unable to bring Cersei to life, but I occasionally converse with her via Speak with Dead, and Leland here, I created him pretty much as my surrogate son.
And this thing?
Yes, it's was one of my greatest creations.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I wouldn't use that term because your second greatest creation or whatever killed our friend.
I am truly sorry about your friend's death, but you know, the Promethean was truly a work of art.
No,
And
I'm not gonna go with that. So, are you moving? Cause yeah, it's gonna get ugly.
um uh y- you know who truly knows that I'm the beast?
What?
Only you all. And you know, any gossip could have a devastating effect upon my reputation.
Oh, they're
And
already coming.
uh, why are they coming?
Cause they think
To
Leland still
kill
needs to
me,
die.
or to go after Leland?
Go
Does
after Leland.
anybody in Lippis know that I am directly responsible for the creation of the beast?
Okay, you guys can tell that Vidage's eyes are getting crossed real quick.
Other than you three. Uh,
And if we were
I
to
am
keep the
concerned.
secret,
I am concerned about my reputation, and if the residents do find out that I created the beast, uh, my position would become very difficult indeed.
I have a degree of
Oh,
sympathy for you as one scholar to another, but your creations have done a lot of harm. If we're to, keep your secret, are you willing to
Wait,
give
wait,
up your studies?
wait. Are you saying though that you're gonna give Leland to them?
no, why would I give my son to them?
Well, they're coming for him.
He's gonna say that you did it, obviously.
And, you're right. The villagers are on the way, and he looks at Leland and says, go and hide. Come see me much later. And, the Leland's face becomes, very sad and so forth. Uh, he walks over to Villager and he's like, once again, thank you for your help. And he gives you this big old bear hug. And
Crushes your spine. Crushes your spine.
while he is hugging you, starts crying. And he's like,
I
I
feel
will
like
miss.
Chunking Goonies.
I will miss my friends. And with that, he kind of stiffens up and wipes the tears away from his eyes and gives you all a nod, and he starts down the stairwell. And the count goes, I I appreciate you all for freeing me and for having the courage to defend Leland as far as the trial. Uh, you know, Leland has never hurt anyone. I know that is a meaningless, and the majority of my creations have never hurt anyone, especially invited guests.
Let's not use never as a
Well,
term.
He said the majority.
Right. We
yes,
can use a bunch of ifs, ands, and buts to make it seem like bad things didn't happen.
technically, you all were not invited.
Well, neither was the Whispering Way, but they managed to get in here. They managed to use Leland. They managed to set your creations loose. And you're pretty fortunate that it was us that came here instead of a horde of villagers.
Yes, but I cannot be held responsible for the Whispering Way setting my creatures free that resulted in the death of your friends. But to show you my gratitude for freeing me and for defending the and you all know, I'm figuring by now you totally filled him in on the trial and all your exploits to this point.
I'm having a hard time not being King Longshanks in Braveheart right now.
uh, you know, I want to reward you, and I want you to avenge the wrongs against me and the people of Lippesat by unmasking and thwarting the Whispering Ways plot. And he goes over and finds, sheets of paper and his royal emblem for the wax seals, and he writes out. He writes for a minute, and he pours a little wax on the paper and puts his seal on it, and he hands it over to you, Villager. And you can tell that it is instructions to his bankers in Lippestadt to release 4,500 gold pieces as reward and as incentive if you promise to go after the cultist.
I think that's a given.
And
Is this each?
Villager, would you like to no, total. Uh would you like to make a sensitive?
Sure.
Uh, um even though you find his actions deplorable, you do have a little understanding that um his experiments were mainly an expression of love for his wife and his desire for a son and a normal life. Um, but truly, his um, truly his final fate is up to you. Uh, he is in no condition to put up a fight. Leland is gone, so you don't have to worry about, him trying to protect his father. So you can take his money and leave quickly and quietly, or you can take his money and take him back to the judge and let them deal with him.
I think I'll just mutter to Villager that, they have laws here. We should just mention what happened to the judge and let them decide if it's something that they want to pursue. And if it does and they need our help, we can help them. But otherwise, his actions aren't totally understandable, but he does seem like he's a risk to, he seems kind of blind to the problems that he caused, so he could do it again. So it's probably just wise to let the judge know.
Fair.
So are you going to lie to him and take his money?
I hand the letter to Darius.
I am less scrupulous, that's probably fair.
Okay, well, the count says, taking that money, you promise to avenge the wrongs done to everyone in the name of the Whispering Way. And I do appreciate your all's discretion and silence on this matter. And he thanks you again.
That wasn't supposed to be an Elvin, I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you trounce back through all the flooded halls.
Thank God.
So, report judge.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna report him.
We can mention it.
Okay.
They can decide whether it's a crime what he did or not.
I'd say negligent crime, but not so much a crime.
Yeah. Well, feudal society, who knows how they view it.
I don't know. Creating like a war tank of destruction as a hobby, I don't know. That, might be considered slightly criminal. It has a mind of its own.
Could be just a guard dog, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like the guard dog of the guy's house that we used as the reason to break in.
Something like that.
We were so offended we had to go inside, and now it's like, it's just a guard dog.
Okay, on your way out, I'm assuming you're gonna pick up Lonely Sword's body for...
Yes, we are gonna pick up Lonely Sword's body.
Oh, come on, we could leave it here and it'd be constructed into something by the time we get back.
There's an idea.
You're back! Look a little different. A little worse for wear.
There's a character to play for you.
That's your magic immunity.
Okay, if there's nothing else you all want to do at the castle, you make it back to Lippestadt and locate the judge, and she is very anxious to hear about what you all have found out. And save you a little bit of role playing. She's very interested in what you've discovered, that the Whispering Way has been involved. That the Count is, the creator of the Lippestadt, although he was not in control of when the statue was stolen. However, she will discuss it with the other justices, and they If they determine that he is in the wrong, they will send guys to pick him up and promises you that he will receive a fair and just trial. Let's see. She also only congratulates you on your exploits and tells you the date of Leland is no longer your concern. And let's see. She adds that one final loose end about the beast still exists, and that is the stolen effigy, the reason all this trouble began in the first place. She confides to you that he is a member of the esoteric order of the Pine Eye, a secret organization that, among other things, seeks to defend Usulop from threats both within and without. Now that they know that the Spring Way was involved in the theft, the Order will be greatly concerned with what the Whispering Way might be up to. They are a cult that reveres undeath as a means of transcendence. And it all has disturbing connections to the Whispering Tyrant. The Whispway's philosophy, they have no holy books. Everything is, their teachings and all are passed down by word of mouth from member to member. If anything is written down, generally it's a fabrication or it's truth written by an ex-member. And the Whispering Way goes out of their way to locate and destroy any type of written record about them. But death is not the end. To them, life is just this meaningless bullshit that you go through until you die and transcend into the higher realms. The true goal of any agent of the Whispering Way is to become a lich. They love that immortality that death gives them and so forth, and it is up to each member of the Whispering Way to figure out how to become a lit.
Oh, that's all.
Yes, how's that for a little bit of
We thought we had a problem.
foreshadowing? And during all this, she just stops and looks at you, and she's like, very bluntly, "Hey, you all can help us. Tell you what, I'll give you a reward of 6,000 gold pieces if you track down and investigate the cult."
So
And she also hints that helping the Order in this way might pave the way for your all's own initiations into the mysteries of, the Order of the Palatine Eye, should you prove loyal and able. Let's see. You ended up with and you all have proven yourself trustworthy and true to your word, and she knows that the whispering way can be dangerous, and on good faith, I'm going to go ahead and give you the 6,000 gold pieces up front so you can investigate. If you all are willing to do that.
We would do it without the reward. But the
think we were headed
6,000 is
that way.
nice.
And through what you told her about where the cult may have been headed, she agrees that the lodge is it's a popular hunting lodge, and she agrees that they are in the Shutterwood. That would be the best place to start looking for them.
Sounds like a plan.
And gentlemen, we have just finished the trial of the beast.
Some of us did.
Oh, you finished it. You just finished it early.
All right, so before I do with my guy or anything like that, I wanted to ask the group, what do you guys think that we need? I do have a couple character ideas, but I'd rather bring something in that will help the party more.
I'm gonna have on your previous character. I'm gonna have him. Is there a church of his in this town?
Unlikely.
Lipus,
Only sword.
uh,
It might be unlikely if it's esoteric god. Then I'll just inter him in the way I know.
I worship Arshia, in case you're wondering.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's unlikely here.
yeah.
Okay, I will do the best I can with a knowledge religion roll to stick to his and, fill in the gaps with, my own religion where it lacks.
No problem. And before you enter him into the ground, do you want to rob him?
Well, that depends on the religious beliefs. Is he, is this an Egyptian thing? Does he need his stuff on the other side? Or if not?
I do remember my last words were bury me with my kugri.
Oh, I'm sorry. We already took it. It's much too valuable to let you keep that. We can leave you with a potion of healing, though.
Bunch of brave. Hey, you guys got lots of money. Resurrect me.
How much is there?
5,000 gold, and then another 1,000 for each negative level you need to remove. So it'd be 7,000. You guys can afford that.
If you want to stay alive, you should have taken the GM's kind offer.
Anyways, you guys never answered me. What do you think would fit in with the party? Do you need another melee or another someone that's dedicated to healing? Like, what do you think? Maybe a spellcaster?
I think you could probably do whatever. We seem to have gotten a fairly decent balance so far. I mean, we don't have a true healer, we don't have a true rogue, but we've gotten by with what the alchemist can bring. It kind of depends too on whether summoning comes back, because I mean he's another melee. That if we have 2 melee, we're pretty solid there.
Well, how long has it been since he showed up?
It's been a while.
Doubt very seriously he's gonna appear.
I was thinking we were short-handed. Or shorter than we had been, anyway.
Yeah, he played stuff.
Yeah, I'd say you can probably play whatever you feel like.
So, well, I'm just looking at like right now. Without me, the only frontliner is Villager.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking maybe I
And
should make a fighter or something.
how quickly you forget about Bagheera.
But the cat that usually doesn't just licks itself and sits beside Torian.
Pretty much. I caught that, by the way.
Did you guys even go pick up the cat before you left?
Nah.
He'll find his way back. We seem to have enough. I guess it'll be a little bit tighter if you're playing a straight fighter, but between Villager and I, so far we've done a reasonable good job of healing. We're just not going to have you anymore to help out.
I didn't really do very much.
I wouldn't say we
I
needed
never
a
really needed to.
dedicated healer. The healing, I would say, is we're pretty alright.
Yeah, I can tell from how I died.
Well,
Hey, I
if you
tried
die in
being
a
dead.
round, really, there's not a lot of healing that's gonna solve that problem.
I was half dead when I was killed. Thank you.
I had healed you. It's not my fault that I rolled a 1 and a 2.
So,
We avenged your death.
do we
All right,
want to take
I'll look at
Lonely
making up a
Swords
melee.
items?
Sure.
I will look at creating up a melee then.
Here's a handy haversack.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I had some good stuff because I was crafting all my stuff. Actually, I think I just had the haversack and the weapon. Nothing else was really magic.
Ooh, and you still
You didn't
have a
make
hunt
yourself the
siphon.
belt?
Did I have a belt? Oh yeah, I made everyone belts. That's right. Or belts and helmets, headbands. Bunch of corpse robbers.
Oh, and you had 2 potions to cure light wounds.
See, why didn't you heal yourself?
I had a potion of restoration, a scroll of restoration.
Protection
If
from
we
evil.
opened your tomb to rob you, that'd be one thing. But technically, it comes down to, you know, if that's the religious aspect, I'd bury you with your stuff.
Yeah, I've already started dragging.
Okay, I guess that's not the religion then.
While you're debating it, I was looting his body.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do up a guy for next week.
Yep. See you next. We're starting Broken Moon, and Lipostat will be really your only place to shop, and I would, as you can tell by the background, the next adventure is about werewolves.
Probably silver blunt arrows, too.
Yeah, I don't think you need blunt arrows anymore. I think we're past that.
And let's see, we'll sell his mithril chain shirt, and
You know, you can
Already
wait to see
taken.
what I make before you sell all my stuff.
We didn't sell anything yet.
Hey, I can
Just
actually
talking
use
about
a
it.
mithril chain shirt.
Winter's talking about it.
Well,
Bunch
you
of
know,
jackals.
some of it, you know, you can hold on for Lonely Sword's brother. That's a kobold, it appears.
I haven't decided what I'm making yet. That's just one of the character concepts I had.
Did you have 1 or 2 adamantine kukris?
One.
Oh, okay.
The other was cold iron.
Oh, it was? Oh.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that each of us was holding an adamantine kukri.
No, just one.
Whoops. Oh well. I didn't mean to hand you the cold iron one.
And let's see.
All right, I'm jumping off now, guys. I'll catch you next week.
Be good.
Yeah,
Have
See ya.
a great one.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, I do gotta run. I
And
gotta get up early. Sorry.
not a problem. And we will see you guys next week, and I'll distribute the loot.
I'll see you next
Sounds
week.
good.
Be good, guys.
Thanks for a great game.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great weekend. Great
User
week.
too.
disconnected from your channel.